I'm Andrew Davis here from the town of Hilton Head. Want to give you some sense of what's going on over here at the beach and some warnings for you too, but I'm not the guy to tell you all about that. Mike Wagner, who's from Shore Beach Patrol out here. Mike, rip currents are what everybody's talking about. It's
Yep.
all connected to Hurricane Lee, isn't it?
Currently, yes. I think anytime we've got a large storm that rolls by, we do have a greater risk of rip currents, and we do have a high risk advisory from the National Weather Service today.
And people talk rip currents. They say the words rip currents, and then people go, well, maybe I don't know exactly what a rip current is.
Right. A rip current is a current that pulls straight out. We're very accustomed here to longshore currents, that'll pull you strong north to south or south to north. A rip current is a channel of water that literally pulls you straight out into the water.
So, and that can pull you directly out into danger for drowning or something else. That's the idea.
Exactly. And I think the main issue that people have with rip currents is not understanding what's happening and not understanding how to get out.
Well, then that's the first question is, how do you get out of a rip current?
So the number one thing with a rip current is don't fight it. An Olympic swimmer cannot swim faster than a rip current pulls. So there's two main schools of thought with the rip current. The first one and the most common one is swim sideways out of it. They're usually not super wide, so if you swim side to side, you can get out of it and then swim to shore. The other one is just stay calm, float, let it take you out. It will kick you out of it, and you can swim in from there. They usually don't take you out super far, but they do take you into depths that are above your head, and so that's the challenge there. But I think the best advice is to try to swim. Don't panic and try to swim sideways out.
Yeah, the struggle and the thrashing is what usually you see from people, and then you just get tired, right? And that's part of the problem.
Exactly. People try to swim straight in against it and tire out, and that's when they're unable to get back in.
But the good news is we have people like this right there, lifeguards you see behind us. They've got the yellow flag out. What does the yellow flag mean so everybody knows?
We fly a yellow flag for a medium hazard. I'm guessing, we've got it out as a yellow flag currently this morning because the water is so calm. But we do anticipate that as the day goes on and possibly as the storm, stays out there a little longer, builds up, that will, tomorrow I could see being a red flag day, which is for high hazard. In all cases, we're telling anybody, if you can't swim, don't get in the water. I mean, that's the best piece of advice. If you do not know how to swim, don't get in the water. We generally try to keep people in chest deep water or less under normal circumstances. For now, today, we're trying to keep people in waist deep water or less. And then if we put up red flags, it could go to where we're just walk through the water, but we're not getting into any kind of depth because they can pull you out from a shallow, the shallow spots on the beach.
Well, make sure you watch the flags, especially depending on what color they are, what they mean, and also listen to the lifeguards, because I know that's the biggest one. They'll blow a whistle or they'll get out there telling you to come in, and some people just aren't listening. Right,
and we've got the high chair guard here at Coligny. The rest of the beach are rental attendants that do the umbrellas and chairs. They are certified lifeguards, but I think it's important to know with those, they're not actively watching the water. They will when they can, but they're more of an emergency response team. And so I think people just need to be aware of that as well.
And don't be fooled by what looks like low surf out there, because that's when it especially gets you dangerous.
Right. I don't know if it'll pick up, the surf will pick up too high, but that's not always the cause of a rip. So it's important one way or the other. Pay attention to the flags, and even the rental attendants will put up the yellow or red flags as needed. So just ask them what the conditions are, and we can keep everybody advised.
Yeah, so really it's swim at your own risk, everybody, but don't take that risk. Stay in lower water out there. Don't get in the middle of this, because we don't want to have any situation where those lifeguards or anybody here, Mike included, has to come out and save you.